Hey everybody, got some fairy sparkles going on today. Clearing. Alright, so I'm just gonna dive in and see what is the main energies that the Divine Masculine is dealing with today. Ooh, quite a few came out. We got Chamber of Illumination, Perspectives, Ideals, and Beliefs. So right off the start, this shows me that the Divine Masculines are questioning their reality, questioning their ideals, and questioning their beliefs. So rethinking if what they have been buying into still works for them, applies to them, and I am very much feeling that as it relates to the twin journey, your love is bringing into question some of the held beliefs or societal norms that might contradict what's appropriate in a situation like this. Okay, so the next one is Dimensional Planes of Perception number 7, Path Change, Paradigm Shifts, and Adjustments. So yeah, Divine Masculines are definitely seeing through the cracks of their mainstream imprinting and seeing where love, unconditional love, can actually expand a paradigm, shift a perspective, bring light to something that they bought into but didn't really know from the inside out. That's changing. They're seeing that when an energy is understood, that the implications of the misconception get to change too. So if they've been going through the motions in a certain way, and now a deeper realization of what that paradigm really is there to teach, or if there's been a misunderstanding about appropriate conduct, for instance, they're now seeing why there are, I'm hearing all these things like generalizations, guidelines, rules. It's not that the rules are made to be broken, but they're finding that it's almost like with any artist set of tools. Once you know the tools, the techniques, you can break the rules because you grasp them fully. This does speak of mastery, and these two cards so far show that the Divine Masculines are seeing themselves as innovators and leaders regarding reality. They are becoming even more independent thinking, and they're seeing where they've surpassed cultural norms and where they are outside the need for blanket rules and regulations regarding love. Some big stuff coming through so far. And etheric reflector. Spiritualization of matter and reflected light. Ooh, that's why we got this going on. Okay, so we've seen this card come up before regarding the love that they experience in this twin flame dynamic and the spiritualization of matter, the reclamation of the physical, bringing spirit down. And when you are outside the need for earthly regulations, because you've come into a truly accountable and masterful and heavenly alignment, there are a lot of things that can be viewed as cautionary on the earth plane, but no longer apply in the realm of the ascended vision. These are some advanced awarenesses that the Divine Masculine Collective have at their disposal today. Wow. Okay, here we go. What is it, Divine Creator, that we are able to see in the highest regarding the Divine Masculine Collective that I'm tuning into here? Thank you, beautiful divine masculines, for bringing your wisdom and your unconditional love to us through these messages as well. What is it that you're thinking of the connection? What are you feeling for your divine feminine, divine masculines? What are you wishing for the connection? What actions are you taking? What is the biggest challenge at this time? What is spirit guidance as a solution for that? And where is the dynamic going in the near future? Just gonna shuffle the clarifiers really quick. All right. As always, my information for private reads are down below. I've added Zoom meetings on, so I do Facebook video, Messenger chat, and Zoom, and private link pre-recorded YouTube videos. If you're interested in any of those, let me know. Okay. Here we go. So what are the divine masculines thinking about the connection? Ooh, the Magician. This is such a great card. Clarified by the Six of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so the indigo is the Magician in this deck, and it's really talking about the cosmic mission templates, the innovation that I do believe was coming through in the initial energy here. So this is very exciting because the divine masculines are starting to understand that they are not here for an ordinary life. They're starting to see the extraordinary through the cracks in this reality. They're starting to see what's truly possible, what's cosmic, what can be initiated, the templates that could be designed if somebody was interested in putting in that kind of intention. So they know that there are some big things in the works energetically. They are seeing you, divine feminine, as a co-creator that could very well be able to bring next level things, innovation into this earth, onto the planet. And they know that it's just a matter of time before the two of you blend your talents, blend your innovations, and step out into the public in some way. This could be business, this could just be with your relationship, but this is definitely power couple sort of things. The divine masculines are also, interestingly enough, seeing divine feminine as a muse for some of these innovations. They're very much recognizing your influence in their excitement for the new. It's almost like when they come up with a new idea, it's you that they want to show it to first. It's you who they think would get it. It's you who they know would be the happiest for them. And for some reason, that has been a little bit of a secret, is what I'm feeling. It hasn't been common knowledge. Maybe they haven't even shared it with you, but just know, divine feminine, they really value your opinion that way. Okay, and they like your ideas too, is what I'm hearing. All right, so what is the divine masculine collective thinking or feeling for divine feminines in their heart of hearts? Oh, the Emperor. They are knowing that they are the divine masculine with the strength in the reverse. So I am hearing for some, do I have what it takes? Can I be her masculine? Am I cut out for this? But for the majority, they're really seeing themselves as compatible. Like they are going over the facts, we'll say. They are looking at the compatibility mostly. They might not feel like they've demonstrated the utmost of strength and perseverance yet, but they're mustering that. It's like that inspiration that I'm feeling in today's reading for the connection, for innovation, all of that, that they are making note of it, and they're I'm hearing also, you're my strength when I don't feel I can go on. You give me hope. So that's a beautiful message as well. Divine feminine at a distance, or just an unspoken, when the divine masculines feel weak, it's you that gives them strength. They know this love gives them strength, and because you see them in this light as this emperor, they want to be a better man. They want to be the man. They want to be your man. They want to be the king of all kings. And yeah, it's an interesting, again, it's a bit of a humble energy, because you both make them weak and you make them strong all at the same time is what I'm feeling here. But they're beginning to understand that you really are compatible, because they're checking off the boxes of what they would want to be if they could be anything, and they see that you not only already see them in that way sometimes, but that they ask themselves, what type of a man would you want? And then they see where they are that already, and it's starting to impress upon them. It's like they're connecting the dots between how you've been seeing them and how they can now see themselves. And I'm being drawn back to that underlying energy of kind of breaking the rules, because they're putting down the expectations of society and imprinting and all of that. This love has caused them to go beyond just the average ordinary king into this recognition that there is a spiritual assessment of self that's available, that truly is on a new level. Yeah, I hope that's coming across really well, because it's almost like that reflected idea bouncing back and forth between what you've said that you see in them and where they've ever thought that they were, and now it's like it's all making sense, and they're kind of believing it of themselves, even when they've questioned that or been in limbo over it within their own consciousness. They're starting to see where that's possible, because they're allowing themselves to think on that high of a spiritual level. Interesting stuff. Okay, so what is the wish? What are divine masculines wishing for the connection? There's that great wheel again with the Ace of Wands in the reverse, which is a new beginning. So they are wishing for divine intervention, continuing to petition heaven on the timing, wondering how it's all going to work, feeling that it will, knowing this new beginning is coming, knowing that it has to fall into place the way that it is meant to, and getting into that excited feeling for it, because they're no longer resisting it, they're no longer holding back with conditionality what's possible or not. So now they are opening to it. Just remember, this is the Ace of Wands in the upright is when a yes has been declared on that soul level. So they're coming to that full-on yes going forward. And there is some sense that they're still deferring to divine intervention because they don't know how it's possible, but that willingness is what will turn this wheel. And so it's kind of a work in progress that way. It's like they're coming back into wondering how much of their own effort and will needs to be at play and how much of it is divine guidance, but they're wishing to see what that co-creative process should be. That's what I'm getting there. Okay, so what actions are they taking towards the connection? Oh, the Three of Crystals. There's some more of that teamwork card, and the Ace of Swords in the reverse. So that's the second ace in the reverse. So just like they are coming to saying yes on that passionate, fully unleashed yes going forward passionately with you, they're also coming to the idea that this teamwork can be at play with you as a co-creator of these higher templates, of this twin flame mission, of these new methods and ways of showing up in the world on whatever level that was speaking to. They're also coming to the awareness that they can choose to say yes to this collaboration with you, that they can choose to partner towards this ascension goal or the heaven on earth kind of thing, that they could say yes to that. So they're looking at real world ways to include you in their life, to see where you could fit in, to see how they could open their physical world to you. They're coming to saying yes, that that's something that they feel a green light for. And it goes hand in hand with this knowing that soul path, destiny, is descending into their lives. Wow. That's a pretty cool, it's a surrendered but an excited kind of an energy. That's big stuff. Okay, what is the biggest challenge at this time? Oh, surrendering. Of course, and the Hermit. So finding the time to really say yes to it is what I'm hearing. Setting aside the focus, the meditation to surrender, deciding to surrender, understanding what that sort of releasing would be like is the challenge, really. Allowing it to support effortlessly, taking the work out of it, taking the hard-edged rules and regulations out of it, and relaxing fully. Just all those yeses that we're seeing that are almost coming, that's the challenge. That final little bit of just accepting what is presenting to them with your connection. Wow. Okay, what is spirit guidance for the solution? Two of Orbs. This is a card of blocked vision and needing to be transparent. The Two of Cups is showcased here in the Five of Cups in the reverse. So the love that's being focused on where it wasn't before is the biggest advice here. Seeing that, focusing on it, letting that support. So divine masculines, your encouragement is you're allowed to be vulnerable, you're allowed to be transparent, you're allowed not to know any of the answers. You don't have to have it all figured out before you say yes. It's the saying yes that allows for the answers and the unfoldment of it to come in. All you need to do is know that the love is there. That's it. You don't have to know what that means or how it should play out. That's the collaborative effort that you're being nudged to see. And that goes hand in hand with the love that's available in this journey. Okay, so where is the connection going in the near future? Oh, the Empress, abundance, with the Queen of Swords. Okay, this is some pretty big divine feminine energy. The Queen of Swords is the knowing. It can be communication. It can be figuring out how to talk about this stuff. But you know, I'm really getting divine masculines might be asking you, divine feminine, for clarity, for insight, for communication. Exactly, where are you at with all of this, divine feminine? I hear that question being literally asked, like, what do you think of our connection? These are some pretty direct questions coming out here that I'm feeling in this. This Queen of Swords, I am hearing questions that the divine masculine would like to ask you, divine feminine, about what you see as potential. And that has been coming out in some personal readings for divine feminines in particular, is really crystallizing what it is that you view as an abundant expression of this connection. What would support you on the deepest? What feels right? Intuitively design that. So this is also divine feminine, really looking at that intuitive guidance, channeling that, bringing that in. If you haven't thought about what would be a really beautiful expression for this connection to move into. Both twins are wondering, what does Divine Feminine think is appropriate at this point? We do have the Emperor here as well with that strength, so Divine Masculines are finally understanding that there needs to be some connection in order to know which steps to take next. Wow, this is beautiful energy. So I definitely wish you all communication regarding this sort of level of progress here. Beautiful stuff. Let's get some Star Temple Oracle. Oh, my lighting just changed. Do I still have sparkles? Yes. Okay. For the Divine Feminines. What is the spirit guidance? Oh, I'm actually being told to take a Starseed Oracle. What is the Divine Feminine guidance, please? Divine Creator, what is it that the Divine Feminines most would benefit from seeing? We get Andromedan Stargate, invention, innovation, and scientific pursuits. So Divine Feminines, oh, where did I go? Hello! Divine Feminines. This is beautiful because it just confirms you are really meant to design what it is you want right now. What do you see for the next steps? What can you channel into being? If you could channel anything, what would it be? Get that down on paper, put it in your heart. Be brave and fearless and decide, what do you see? Because the Divine Masculine is very curious with all of your intuition and connection to Source as to what you could envision for this journey, this connection. And Divine Masculines, what is it that you most need to see? Dimensional planes of perception number 9. Universal understanding and objective observation. So yeah, just getting this surrendered, observing, awe kind of a position for the Divine Masculines. Definitely consider, what would your Divine Feminine do? What does your Divine Feminine want? What type of balancing can you accommodate right now? There is a real, I'm hearing the word steadfast and sure. Flexibility to the Divine Masculine energy today. Desiring to put down the headstrong, plowing forward sort of an energy, and very much consider, genuinely consider what the Divine Feminine might actually be thinking and feeling. This is a really cool energy, everybody, and many blessings. Bye for now.